Pierre, back to the races you will go with I Give. He really has been the gift that keeps on giving.
Yes, he's been doing very well. He's won three times now, and this time is going to be more difficult for him.
How much difficult does it get for him? I mean, he's gone up 19 pounds this season. I mean, nobody wants to put a ceiling on where their mark will end, but I guess on what he's doing, you'd have to think it'd go well again, wouldn't you?
He will go well again. C+3 course. Hopefully, it's a leader's track, and we draw him wide again. Well, he's used to that, and the only concern, the top weight, he really need to find it challenging with the top weight.
Yeah, was there ever a sort of a thought in your mind that you might sort of claim off him? I know the options are relatively limited here, but I know obviously Angus does ride for you a bit.
Yeah, I thought of Angus that way, but yeah, he was rating 56 and was a bit unlucky with the top weight, and but I think hopefully he can manage with a good jockey on him.
I guess with that in mind, given that the top weight is 56, arguably it's not as stronger a race, I suppose.
Definitely, we've got some of the newcomers in, and looks we dominated. If we can dominate the speed again, I think he has his chance.
How's he been up at Chung Fa, Pierre? I know you like to give him a bit of a break up there. Has he done well?
He's done very well up there. He looks stronger in the morning track work, so let's see how he goes.
Alexis, Happy Together is, looks to be a really nice ride for you on the weekend. Got the win last time on stable debut for Frankie Law, and he did a good job.
Yeah, very much. That was a good effort, being away from the races for a while, and he won convincingly first up. That was a nice job.
He's a horse you've always had a bit of an association with, obviously formerly with Richard Gibson, but you've now won a couple on him. He's got form around some strong ones. I thought the way he battled on last time to beat Snaffles was very creditable.
Yeah, correct. He's always been a quality horse in my mind, and I think he proved it last time. That was a good effort, and I'm hoping he can step up to a Class 2 level and keep doing well.
He's got a decent draw as well. How much of a plus point is that in your mind?
I think, of course, it's supposed to make it easier, but he's a very easy horse. You just ride him wherever he's comfortable. He can quicken in the straight, so it's just about being in the right spot and having a smooth run on the straight.
He's got plenty of form in this race around. Some of them, obviously, a good draw will help. I wanted to ask, was there a decision to be made between this horse and Eremo for you? Because he's a horse that you've obviously had an association with. Was this guy perhaps always the choice under these conditions?
Yeah, that's a good question. The fact that there was a meeting cancelled because of the typhoon forced everyone to reschedule the horses, and this one was Happy Together was one of my rides that I had to reschedule, and so we aimed for that race quite in advance, and ending up with another good ride, which is Eremo. So I was already booked, and just a Hong Kong live.
Yeah. Sometimes the general misconception is that jockey's life is easy, but it can be a bit frustrating.
Yeah, well, we'll find out after Sunday. But yeah, they're certainly both good rides, and both horses which I had success with, and hopefully I'm on the right one on the right day.
Caris Global Harmony, one of your rides on Sunday. I know he hasn't delivered that win yet, but it looks like it's coming soon.
Yeah, Nick, of course, last season his last run was a really good run. And I think he's been trialling really good lately, so we're just looking forward to having him back on track.
I mean, looking at it on paper, he might have just bumped into a half-decent one in Enterprising Attack last back end, so the form certainly looks respectable.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was a horse that was gradually getting better with time, and like you said, there's a bit of form line around his run, so he's going very well, and I think he's an interesting horse. I know it's a first-up run; he hasn't run for a long time, but he's fit and well to go and perform well.
Yeah, David Hayes clearly hasn't left any stone unturned. All the trial watchers have been full of excitement seeing this horse. He's had three, he's won all three of them. You've ridden him in the latest one. How did he feel?
Yeah, he felt really good actually. I think he's fresh, so he's been trying really good lately, and he's going to be an interesting run on a weekend.
Question without notice slightly, but I'm pretty sure David's always had an opinion of him. Is that sort of what's been sort of translated through to you on a couple of occasions?
Well, he does give you a nice feel when you're riding him, so I totally understand where David's coming from. And last time, of course, he gave me a really good feel when I rode him. he really finished off really strongly. I think you really see his best after a few runs. Of course, he hasn't run for a long time, but we are pretty happy with him the way he's going, and I think he's in a shape where he go to races and perform really well.
Lyle, Sunday's meeting looks a pretty competitive one. You've got Yellowfin, who I think certainly should get competitive. He's been in very good form.
Yeah, he really has. After he got that victory on his belt, he's maintained that level of form, and I think with the confidence has made him capable of picking up another win. So hopefully he continues this upward trajectory, and looking forward to be back aboard him.
What on his running style now? You made the running last time. Is he a better horse in front, or is he a better horse taking the sit? I mean, he seemingly is a bit versatile in that respect.
Yeah, he's versatile, so I don't think it's hard and fast to go forward or do anything. I think it's tempo based with him because he's a strong traveller and he progressively gets stronger in the run. So it's all about tempo with him, but being able to ride him both ways makes that pretty easy. So just a smooth trip with him, and he can produce his best.
Form looks okay on paper too. Taj Dragon, I know, is a horse that Pierre quite has plenty of time for, and he won next time, so the form is pretty solid.
Yeah, form is solid, and he does obviously go up in weight, but he's a big, strong horse too. So hopefully, he can shoulder that with no problem. So he should go back and be a competitive runner once again.
Showed you all the right signs in his latest trial.
Yeah, I was very pleased with his trial. He's a better horse on the turf too, so that trial was pleasing, and I think that he's taken a step forward in his track work and everything. So he's going into the race in fine form.
He certainly is a nice horse. Just give us a line on Chilled Chibi, if you will. He looked quite impressive on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I think he's a lovely horse. Of course, no secret with his setback, and that's something that the team have done a great job looking after. And going forward, I think that's the one thing that they just have to keep on top of. But obviously a progressive type, and that was really enjoyable to be a part of. He won a good race.